Hi, this is Trey Pastor. Welcome to my review of Tully. This is the new Charlize Theron movie. This is written and directed, I think, by Jason Reitman. Okay, it's about a character named Marlowe. She's a mother of well, actually a mother of two at the moment as the movie opens. A mother of two. That's she has a husband that works, and of course she's a stay-at-home mom, and she's stressed and she's pregnant at the time in her young, she's having issues with her kids, especially her young son, who's, I guess you would say he's maybe a little challenged. I don't know if he has. They don't really out say what he has, but it's probably Asperger's, but they don't really say that. But you see, she's stressed out, and plus she's pregnant again, about to have another baby. Okay, and she's dealing with all that, and of course, trying to, get the kids, to school and do everything else, and she's stressed about it. And she has a brother, okay, a rich brother who's wealthy, and she one day after inviting her over for her birthday, he decides to give her a present. He sees that she's stressed out, and he decides, I'm going to give you a night nanny. He tells her, listen, we used it, and it helps immensely. You get sleep, you'll get plenty of sleep and rest, and you'll feel like a new person. And of course, she's reluctant at first to accept this gift, okay, but then eventually she does take it, and into her life enters a character named Tully, played by Mackenzie Davis. Okay, Charlize Theron's character Marlo, she's married to Ron Livingston's character of Drew. Just so you know, and like I said, they have two kids. And the youngest son, well, they have two kids at the moment as the movie opens, and the younger kid has Asperger's, even though they don't really say it. And of course, she gives birth to, and has the third kid, and so uh, Tully comes into her life, and Tully seems like a gift from the gods. She allows Marlo to sleep and get rest and be, just a better person, and she forms a nice bond with uh, Tully and becomes like basically a whole new person. Now this movie, this is sort of a comedy drama, and it's only about 94 minutes, so it kind of gets to the point real quickly. And I thought Charlize Theron was great. I mean, you see her, she's I mean, you feel for her, and not only her, but for mothers in general, just by what they show her going through, all the stuff that she has to do, while pregnant, and of course, taking care of her kids, trying to get the kids to school, and all the pressures that she has to deal with. And her husband, who really, he cares, and he takes care of, he takes care of, the kids, doing homework and other stuff with them, but she still sort of feels like she's, on her own. And again, this character of Tully, played by Mackenzie Davis, she's like a godsend. She she comes in, she's insightful. She takes care of the baby. She allows Marlo to sleep and get rest, and she becomes basically her best friend. And teaches you all kinds of stuff. And I really enjoy this movie. Like I said, it's a nice, quiet movie. It has its quiet moments, and you really get good performances out of Charlize Theron and, of course, Mackenzie Davis as Tully. Okay, again, Ron Livingston I thought was good and a kind of understated performance. His character is kind of, I guess, his character of Drew, the husband, kind of gets short shrift, and really, the movie's more like Marlowe's story, with Drew just being like a co-star. But you can tell, they have good chemistry as actors and stuff, and you can tell they really do. The characters really love each other and stuff. It's just that the stress of having kids and all the stuff and trying to do it all, you know, it's getting to them. Of course, this character of Tully comes into their life, and she's, like I said, she's a godsend. She allows Marlo, to be stress free and live her life. And again, I really enjoyed this movie a lot. And it's nothing spectacular, nothing earth shattering happens in this, but it's really a good look at motherhood and again the things that women have to go through and stuff. And it really really was quite well done. Again, it has a lot of good humor and a lot of sarcastic humor and stuff in it and stuff. And again, I think Charlize Theron she's just a really good actress. She really, gets to act in this, and she really, her character really gets put through the ringer and stuff. And again, the character of Tully, played by Mackenzie Davis, is like a godsend. And I like Mackenzie Davis too. She has a nice, they had a nice rapport between the characters and stuff. And she really came off as insightful, even though she was young. She's a young. The character is young, but she comes off, really insightful and really is a godsend to Marlo. Okay. Anyway, uh, so I really enjoyed it. Like I said, nothing earth-shattering, but it was a nice comedy slash drama, okay, or drama slash comedy, and it was really well done. I really enjoyed it a lot, and I'm gonna give this movie a 7 out of 10. Like I said, nothing earth-shattering in it, but really a nice understated performance. But again, it really makes you want to go hug your mother for all the stuff that mothers have to go through and stuff, and it makes you really appreciate mother. And I guess it's kind of apropos that it comes out just a little bit before Mother's Day. But anyway, I enjoyed it a lot. Again, 7 out of 10. When I recommend it, yeah, if you like Charlize Theron, I mean, maybe mothers wouldn't like if they they want to see. I mean, they already know what they go through and stuff, so maybe they would maybe they'll wait till it comes on video. But for I say for men and guys to understand truly what mothers go through, okay, this is this movie really depicts that really well. Anyway, I'm gonna put a minor spoiler right here. So I'll put a flash of spoiler, and I'll put it in the title of this thing, so that way people will, if you want to see the review and then you don't want to know the spoiler, you can turn away before this spoiler. But the spoiler is coming right now. Okay. Now, the characters, like I said, they become close, Marlo and Tully. They become real close, and there was an incident in the movie where basically she's telling Marlo's Tully how her husband had this fetish for like I think he worked in a restaurant, and where all the waitresses wear these little outfits, and he sort of had a thing for that, and she bought an outfit like that for one day, but then she got pregnant and she kind of lost interest in it. But she tells her, and Tully encourages to show her, and she shows her, and then she even tries it on, and then she encourages her to go up to, and they basically go up to the husband when he's in bed playing video games, and and it's implied that they had sex, okay, and then they don't really talk about it the next day, and then later in the movie, there's a scene where they go out, Marlo and Tully, they go out, and Tully tells Marlo that she has to go away, that she's done enough, and now the rest is up to Marlo, and then they get to a car accident on the way home, and when the husband comes to get the wife, okay, you just see the wife in the hospital, you don't see Tully anywhere, okay, at first. And then he's getting information. The brother-in-law comes to the hospital, and the husband's giving information to the nurse, and he's asking her, she's your wife, your date of birth, all that other stuff. And then she goes, "What's your wife's maiden name?" And she goes, "Tully." He goes, "Tully." Okay, so I didn't think about it at the time. I thought about it later after the movie, but Tully is Charlize Theron's character Marlo. That's her maiden name. So I don't know if this is supposed to be some kind of weird thing that she was actually visited by the younger version of herself. Okay, and it makes sense, I guess, in a way, maybe because Mackenzie Davis is blonde and she looks like a younger version of Charlize, or well, she doesn't look exactly like Charlize Theron, but like a young blonde version. So I'm assuming that in some weird way, I don't know if that was supposed to be a metaphor or for whatever it's supposed to be, but this Tully character is actually Marlo, a younger version of her, and maybe she just had to be reminded of, you know, of what she was when she was younger and stuff, and that helped her, become a better, not a better person, but a more, not be so stressed. Okay, her younger self came to her and helped her get over the stress. Okay, and because the husband, the doctor even says to the husband that your wife seems like really stressed out, and she kind of made no sense because she was stress free after Tully came, but maybe in some weird way, I don't know if it was some kind of, I have to see see what the director really meant, and maybe that was supposed to be a secret something, but she actually gets visited by her younger self, Tully. So okay, so that's the spoiler. Okay, spoiler section over. Anyway, again, I like Charlize Theron. That's why I saw the movie, and I like it. It's a decent movie, nothing earth-shattering in it, and I thought that was a decent movie. And again, you'll appreciate mothers more. I think guys will appreciate mothers a lot more after seeing this movie. Anyway, let me know what you think of Tully. If you've seen it, what do you think of it? Feel free to leave comments down below. I'll leave a link to the no, not a link to the trailer. Excuse me. Uh, I'll leave a link to my social media, my Facebook, my Twitter, and my Instagram in the description box, as well as my other channel, Paul's Views and Opinions. Please check that out as well. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.